bitch ass nigga. All you YB fans, you bitch ass nigga, better block me today, nigga. This little bitch ass nigga on this whole painting, doing all type of G Money. Finna get on that Fredo shit, nigga. Stamp you niggas. Nah, for real.
NBA YoungBoy just exploded on this Dallas rapper in the most savage way imaginable. The leaked footage going viral right now is straight up wild. It shows YoungBoy and his crew putting hands on Montana 700 backstage at YB's own concert. All this chaos, it's over some old reckless comments Montana made years ago that came back swinging right at him. What makes it even crazier is that Montana really thought he dodged the smoke back in 2021. Back then, he wasn't even a name like that, just another loudmouth from the city running his mouth online. But the internet, it never forgets. Those old clips resurfaced, and once YB saw them, it was game over. He made sure Montana got a front row reminder of who he was trying to clown. That one dumb move just cost Montana 700 his street rep, and maybe even his whole career before it could lift off. The drama behind this is next level chaos. Let's break down exactly what went down when dissing Lil Top turns into a nightmare you can't wake up from. To really get why Montana 700 got pressed that hard backstage, we gotta rewind back to December 2021, the moment that lit the fuse. That's when NBA YoungBoy dropped his Blackball music video and the internet completely lost it. People weren't even locked in on the lyrics. They were stuck on the visuals. YB switched it up heavy. Black nails, bold makeup, a whole different vibe that screamed rebellion. Some folks were shocked, some confused, and others said it was genius. But one thing was clear, YoungBoy was rewriting the rules right in front of everyone's eyes. NBA YoungBoy was out here doing what he always does, breaking rules and setting new ones. But out of nowhere, this random dude from Dallas named Montana 700, a nobody with barely a handful of followers, decided this was his big moment to go viral. He jumped online clowning YB's new look like he was auditioning for internet fame, talking reckless just to get some clicks. The nerve on this man was unreal. He posted a full video to his tiny fan base saying stuff like, "If you still mess with YoungBoy after this zesty stuff, you weird." He was laughing, talking crazy, and throwing all kinds of shade like he forgot he was talking about one of the most respected rappers in the game. But here's the thing, Montana wasn't just joking. He was testing YB's manhood, his image, and his entire rep in the streets. It wasn't comedy, it was clout chasing at the highest level. And the timing? Brutal. YoungBoy was already dealing with court cases, industry blackballing, and real-life pressure, and this dude thought it was smart to kick him while he was down. That wasn't confidence. That was pure desperation for attention. Montana 700 wasn't even on the radar back then. No songs buzzing, no recognition, nothing. Just another internet loudmouth trying to get famous by disrespecting someone who already earned his crown. But here's where karma comes in, because the streets don't forget, and neither does YoungBoy. Fast forward to now, and that same energy Montana put out years ago came spinning right back like a boomerang. When YB finally ran into him backstage, there was no talking, no warning, just straight action. Things got real physical. And let's just say, Montana walked out that night with a painful reminder about what happens when you run your mouth too much. No hits, no buzz, no credibility, just another hungry rapper chasing clout the wrong way. Montana 700 really thought talking slick online would be his shortcut to fame. He must have figured YoungBoy would never see that old clip or care enough to respond. But fame's got a wild way of digging up everything you ever said. And when that spotlight finally swung his way, his past came back swinging too, hard. By 2024 and 2025, Montana had started to build a little noise in Dallas. Nothing major, but enough to make a few blogs mention his name. He was getting small bookings, popping up on mixtapes, finally catching a little shine. But then, the internet did what it does best, dig up dirt. They went deep, pulling up old freestyles, old posts, everything he ever said. And right there, hiding in plain sight, was that video, the one where he disrespected YoungBoy. Once fans found it, it was over. That clip spread like wildfire across every corner of hip-hop media. Blogs reposted it non-stop, Twitter threads lit up, and Instagram pages flooded both artists with tags. Some fans were clowning Montana saying he had it coming, others were hyping it up. waiting to see if YB would clap back again. And through all that noise, Montana sat there thinking he was safe. Like, man, that's old stuff. Who even cares now? Almost 4 years had passed. He was focused on his new music, trying to reinvent himself in Dallas, leaving the past behind. Never, and I mean never, underestimate NBA YoungBoy's memory. Disrespect doesn't expire out here. There's no time limit in the streets. Once you say something foul, that energy stays floating until it's settled. Montana made the fatal mistake of thinking time would make it disappear. But YB, he's the type who remembers everything. And to make it worse, that old video popped back up right when YoungBoy was in beast mode. This wasn't the 2021 YB still tied up in court drama and label mess. This was 2025 YB, the boss version. Top of his game, money flowing, moving with real power, and absolutely no patience for disrespect. The man rebuilt his empire brick by brick and came back stronger than ever. So when that clip of some Dallas rapper mocking him started floating again, yeah, that hit different, way different. At that point, it wasn't even about words, it was about principle. Montana had tried to clown YB when he was down bad, and now that YoungBoy was shining brighter than ever, it was payback season. So how did Montana 700 end up catching that smoke? Let's break it down. It all went down on September 2nd, 2025. Just another Dallas night. Montana wasn't even supposed to be caught up in the storm. His homie, Huncho Amir, had been booked to open for NBA YoungBoy at his Dallas show, a massive opportunity for any up-and-comer. Montana decided to pull up, show love, and maybe network a little. In his head, this was the perfect chance. Maybe he could even squash the past, shake hands, apologize like a man, say he was young and reckless, and move on. It could have been peaceful. If only he understood what kind of man he was dealing with. Montana walked straight into the lion's den thinking it was a networking move, but he had no clue what was really waiting for him. What he didn't know was that YoungBoy and his team had already seen that resurfaced clip days before the show. They were heated, talking about how this dude had been running his mouth back in the day, like he forgot who he was talking about. So while Montana showed up thinking it was all love and music, YB was already locked in, ready to handle unfinished business that had been sitting on his mind for way too long. And when YB feels disrespected, oh, he don't forget, he don't forgive, and he definitely don't wait. This is a man who's gone to war with record labels, fought court cases, and faced constant hate. So every time somebody laughs or talks slick, it gets burned into his memory like a brand. He keeps mental receipts on everybody who ever tried him. So when Montana 700's name popped back up, it wasn't just some random dude. It was a name already sitting on that mental list. Now here's where things got messy. Montana's boy, Huncho Amir, was the one who actually got booked to perform that night. It was a huge look for Amir's career, performing before YB's crowd in his own city. But what Amir didn't realize was that just being connected to Montana was about to blow up everything. Even before they stepped into the venue, tension was already thick in the air. When they finally arrived, Montana was vibing hard, feeling himself backstage at an NBA YoungBoy concert, surrounded by cameras, artists, security, and industry folks. It was the kind of moment every up-and-coming rapper dreams of. The energy was high, everyone showing love to Huncho, people cracking jokes, taking pics, congratulating him for landing such a major gig. For a brief moment, Montana thought he actually belonged in that room. He was smiling, chilling, acting like the past was dead and gone. While Montana was backstage grinning ear to ear, thinking it was all good vibes, YB was locked in, watching his every move like a hawk. The moment Montana stepped into that room, it was like his past walked in right beside him. There was no more hiding, no more pretending that old disrespect was forgotten. The energy flipped instantly, and when YoungBoy finally made his move, the whole backstage atmosphere froze. According to people who were there, you could feel the tension shift. YB didn't send a message through security or let one of his homies handle it. Nah, he walked straight up to Montana himself. This wasn't social media drama or rap cap. This was personal. YoungBoy looked Montana dead in the face and hit him with that question, asking about that 2021 video word for word like he'd been replaying it in his head for years. Montana tried to play it cool, stuttering, mumbling something about how it was just jokes or how he was young and chasing clout back then. But at that point, it didn't matter. The disrespect had already gone public. And in YB's world, public disrespect gets handled publicly. That's when the whole room went from tense to dangerous fast. YB's crew surrounded Montana, and before he could even process what was happening, things got physical. Sources say YoungBoy didn't even waste time talking. His team handled it directly, and it got ugly real quick. This wasn't just some push or shove either. Reports say Montana got smacked up in front of everybody. The whole backstage turned into chaos. People yelling, cameras up, security scrambling to step in, and artists trying to back away from the madness. And here's the cold part. In hip-hop culture, a slap like that ain't just violence, it's humiliation. It's a message. You're not even worth a real fight. It's the ultimate disrespect. Imagine your biggest mistake, your worst moment, catching up to you right in front of the whole industry. That type of humiliation hits harder than any punch could. Montana didn't just take a loss that night, his entire reputation in the Dallas scene got crushed in one move. And to make it sting even more, it all happened at YoungBoy's own show, the one place where YB had full control, surrounded by his team, his security, and his people. Montana didn't just lose a fight, he became a lesson. A live warning to every up-and-coming rapper about what happens when you disrespect someone who's really built for this. That night, YB turned him into an example, and everyone in that room got the message loud and clear. But the chaos didn't end there, because somebody had their phone out recording the whole thing. Yep, the entire altercation was caught on camera, every second of it. And somehow that footage found its way into the hands of none other than Say Cheese's owner. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Say Cheese isn't just any blog. It's one of the biggest hip-hop media platforms in the game, the place where street news breaks first. They post viral moments, drop exclusives, and feed the internet with everything the culture's buzzing about. So once that footage landed in their inbox, everybody knew the web was about to explode. The only question was, would they post it or protect the streets from chaos? Because if that clip ever hit the public eye, things could go way left fast. We're talking about a video of one of the hottest rappers in the game checking a local artist on camera. The kind of footage that could start a full-on war online and in the streets. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Instead of chasing clout and dropping it for millions of views, the owner of Say Cheese made a move that shocked everybody. He refused to post it. That's right. The same platform known for exposing the wildest hip-hop moments and viral fights decided to keep this one private. That video could have broken the internet, no question about it. We're talking millions of views overnight, engagement through the roof, and Say Cheese getting a massive surge of attention. It would have been the biggest post of the month, maybe even the year. But instead of cashing in, the owner made the rarest move in hip-hop media. He kept it locked away, fully aware of the kind of fire it could ignite. That one decision told everyone just how serious this situation really was. Because if Say Cheese, a platform that lives off viral chaos, breaking exclusives and fueling wild headlines, was too worried to post it, then you know it had to be something brutal. Word around the scene says that footage showed Montana 700 getting completely embarrassed. Not just a shove or a scuffle, but full-blown humiliation. It was so bad that posting it could have wiped out whatever little bit of credibility he had left in Dallas. But here's where it gets deeper. That choice wasn't only about saving Montana's pride. It was about protecting the culture. The owner knew the second that video hit the internet, there'd be no controlling what came next. The online world would explode. Fans would pick sides, trolls would stir it up, and before long, it could have jumped from the timeline to the streets. He knew exactly how fast that energy spreads. One viral clip turns into a chain of threats, revenge talk, and real danger. And Say Cheese wasn't about to have that kind of blood on their hands. In a culture that thrives off drama and clicks, that kind of restraint shocked everyone and earned serious respect behind the scenes. Because in the streets, not every beef stays online. Some of them spill into something deadly. That's what made the move so powerful. Everyone in the Dallas scene knows it's real. Somewhere out there, sitting on a hard drive or locked up in a private cloud, There's a video that shows Montana getting done dirty backstage. And the worst part? Montana knows it too. Imagine living with that kind of pressure. Waking up every day knowing one leak, one upload could erase your name from the game forever. Every time his phone buzzes, every time a blog posts something new, or a trending topic pops up, you know his heart skips a beat. He's probably thinking, is this it? Did the video finally drop? That type of paranoia eats at a man, especially when his whole image is built on toughness and pride. But even without the footage ever being released, the streets were already talking. Word travels fast in hip-hop, and soon whispers turned into headlines. Blogs started dropping posts about the alleged beatdown, fans were gossiping nonstop, and everyone wanted receipts. And that's when YB made his move. A cold, calculated move that spoke louder than any diss track ever could. As blogs began posting about Montana getting checked backstage, YoungBoy went online and liked one of the posts. Just one click, but it shook the entire culture. To a regular person, that might not sound like much. But in hip-hop politics, that's the stamp of approval. A like from YoungBoy basically meant, yeah, it happened, and I stand on it. No caption, no post, no extra talk. Just that one silent move that said everything. That single gesture hit harder than a punch. In rap beefs, silence with confidence is deadly. By liking those posts, YB was sending a clear message, not just to Montana, but to everybody watching. The message? I see everything, I remember everything, and if you cross me, business gets handled. That quiet confirmation carried more weight than if he had dropped the footage himself. Because silence mixed with certainty, that's terrifying. It's the kind of move that freezes an entire scene without saying a word. Now everybody knows, even if the video never leaks, the story's already written. The legend of that night's locked in forever. So what do you think? Did YB handle it like a boss or go too far? Should Montana speak up or just stay quiet and hope the footage never drops? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe for more wild stories like this. 'Cause trust me, this saga isn't over yet.